Yo, 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 what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all, and I'm one half of it. They call me Diego Barishnikov, the black Dominican Russian, and I'm here checking in with my main man. They call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Representing North Georgia. Tell them who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live on a Monday. We are here to recap the weekend and just do what we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everything is gravy on your end. How was your weekend?
It was cool, homie. Can't complain.
All right.
Good week. You know, Georgia had that good weather this past weekend. Damn shame the Hawk came back Monday.
Also, yeah, the weekend was kind of nice. It was kind of cool. You know, not as warm as it was the previous weekend, like damn near 80.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything is good. We got one more week of darkness here for daylight savings time pop off next week.
Damn.
We get them longer days, and spring is right around the corner.
Damn.
About to jump off.
Wow.
Hey, man, you be all right. You go to bed an hour early. Which is impossible during playoff time, right?
Yeah, them West Coast games be something crucial.
Yeah, I remember when we was younger, I used to do them 30 games and 30 nights on TNT. I used to watch all them games. Not now.
Shit, I'd be lucky to catch the first half of a West Coast game.
Exactly.
You know what be the win? When you go to bed early as hell, wake up, and get the fourth quarter of that West Coast game, and you feel like you done accomplished something.
Right.
Let's go.
All right, but let's get it on and popping, people. But like Uncle Hay just said, we got a few things to touch on to recap the weekend. A couple people, NFL-wise, is going through some franchise situations, so we're going to touch up on that. A little bit of college basketball and some NBA as well. But as usual, we're going to take care of all administrative business first. Want to appreciate everybody that joins in too and watch us on every week on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Also, those of you guys that listen to us on the Spreaker app, we appreciate that love as well. Remember, on both platforms, either tap your heart, hit your thumbs up, leave comments in both, and we appreciate that. Find us at AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser, again on Spreaker and on YouTube. And for shopping purposes, ladies, you want to shop for yourself or your kids, find the latest in luxury designs at Distinct Finds, and you can find them on eBay. Shop Distinct Finds on eBay. Use the promo code AA Sports 10 for 10% off. And last but not least, shout out to our boys over there at Notoriously Fly. Don't just get fly, get Notoriously Fly. Shop for all your urban gear there on IG and Facebook. Hey, let's get on up into it. Yeah, the weekend's over. It's Monday. But it's the starting point. You know how we do it on Mondays and every other day. In the club, free before 10 with y'all broke asses. This is open bar. Pour it up.
Hey, man, they filed them early tax returns. They might be drinking good right now.
What's that say? The tax returns is in?
They might be drinking good. They might be drinking that C-Rock.
That first round of them is in. We're going to start seeing those paper tags on the streets and everything. So it's all good.
Yes, sir.
Just use it wisely, people. Just use it wisely. Well, no, you know what? Use it how you want to use it, man. It's your money.
It's your money.
Shit.
But you know, I'm all here for the Instagram flexing though. So do what y'all do. I enjoy watching.
There it is. All right, let's get into these dubs and these L's in here in open bar. We're gonna start off with our dubs this week.
Yeah, let's start off with some boxing. We didn't talk about this last Thursday. We should have going into it, but we didn't. But we had a pretty big fight over the weekend, a rather entertaining fight as well. And that's not two words that you normally see at the same time, an entertaining and heavyweight fight. Go ahead and break that for us.
Right. We had Deontay Wilder taking on Cuban Luis Ortiz from no, I'm sorry, not from. He's from Cuba, yeah. But the match was in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I think Ortiz was 24-0 or something like that coming in. Wilder, I believe, was 38-0. Neither one of them had lost a fight. And I want to say all of their wins, or a good majority of them, both had come by knockout. I know all of Wilder's has been by knockout. It was a pretty good fight. The latter part of the fight was better than the first part. The first part was kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know, there was the whole filling out stage. That went on like 3 rounds too long. You know what I'm saying? If you're still filling out after the second round, you know, the crowd get kind of antsy. They start to boo. So it was a lot of that. 5th round, we started to get a little bit of action. Right as the 5th round ended, Wilder put Ortiz on the canvas. but the round ended just as the 10 count was going on, so nothing really materialized out of that. Ortiz was really winning a lot of the early rounds outside of that fifth when he got knocked down, and then he put a whipping on Deontay in the seventh.
Yeah.
Almost took him out.
Yeah.
But Deontay held on, and I was surprised. He was out.
He was out on his feet, cuz.
He was out, but
that Bill saved him, cause like you said, Ortiz was the aggressor for most of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like that left hand kind of had Deontay off, but man, when he was able to get that right off.
Yeah, because one thing Ortiz was able to do early in the fight, he kept moving to Wilder's left to try to get away, so he wouldn't have a clear launching pad for that right hand. So you saw him stepping left a lot. But as the fight went on, he got more tired.
Yeah.
As he got more tired, he standing straight there right in front of him. And so that's when Wilder started to tee off on them right hands. But it was a good fight. He finally took him out in the 10th round in a dramatic KO fashion.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be the winner of Anthony Joshua. And I forget the guy's first name, but his last name is Parker. I think they fight at the end of this month, I believe, sometime soon. So hopefully we'll get a unification heavyweight bout, which we have not had in a long time. Because, the Klitschko boys held the titles for a while, and they never would fight each other.
Right.
So it's been a minute. Shout out to Deontay Wilder on that, man. I'm glad he's off that Chitlin circuit. Remember I kept talking about him fighting on the Chitlin circuit? He's prime time now. He in the big lights now, so we're going to see where this takes him.
Yeah, Cuz had Lil' Kim lead him out to the ring, man. That was all right.
That's pretty dope, especially with that brand in Brooklyn. I will say this about Wilder, last thing before we move on. If those of you that watch that fight have never watched him, don't expect him to be a technical boxer because he's not. He fight like he on the street. A lot of it is wild, just straight up haymakers. And when you fight like that, you're going to take some punches. And his chin held up, so. Yeah.
His chin held up like a big dog because it looked like he was out on his feet. Let me give off my dubs real quick. I don't have a lot this week. Give Lonzo Ball a dub. Lonzo Ball hit 6 threes on Saturday night versus the Spurs. The Lakers have won 7 of their last 10 games, and I believe they have not lost since he's returned to the lineup. People, we were on here telling you the boy could play. Just give it some time. He's not going to be the flashy 25-point-a-night super athlete like Russell Westbrook or Dame or somebody like that, but Lonzo Ball can play.
I think he's coming along. I think I saw a stat today that compared his first 25 games with his last, I think, 15 games or so. Shooting percentage is way up. Of course, we know they was like in the 20s and 30s the first part. And over the last 15 games, I think he's shooting 40. He was 45% or so from the field and 44% from 3-point.
Right.
So I think his turnovers are pretty low as well. Assists is up. So he doing a nice little job right now. He rounding out in the form. I'm starting to see a little bit of the personality that we saw at UCLA a little bit. He was hitting the threes against San Antonio the other night, and he was doing this or whatever they do when they hit threes. He looked a little more into it these last few games than he was earlier in the season, like he's getting more comfortable.
Yes, sir. All right, I got 2 dubs from the Academy Awards last night. Shout out to Jordan Peele for winning the best screenplay Oscar for Get Out. Good for that young brother. Shout out to the Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe won an Oscar for that animated thing he has that I've never seen before, so I can't really say much about it. But shout out to him.
Yeah, I initially thought it was for the I know he did something like a little short story that was televised during one of the Sunday afternoon games last year. I think it was called the Muse Cage or something like that. That's what I thought it was for. But it was for Dear Basketball, which I think was inspired by a poem. Remember the poem that he wrote about retiring or leaving the game?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think they made a short film about that or something. So I'm thinking this Oscar is for writing credits, if I'm not mistaken. But, it is what it is. It's an Oscar. Shout out to him. It's funny, though, how one moment you're like, man, fuck the Oscars. We don't need the Oscars. And then now it's, hey, man, you got an Oscar. Bet you Mike ain't got one of those. Bet you LeBron ain't got one of those.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
tell you what, with today's climate and what's going on with the Me Too movement and all of that, Kobe blessed, man. Kobe so blessed because that situation out in Colorado, if that would have happened in today's times,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the fact that he took the opportunity during his acceptance speech to double down on the we will not shut up and dribble comments. Perfect timing, you know what I'm saying? Because here he is doing something totally outside of the realm of basketball,
right,
and getting recognized at a pretty high level for doing it.
Yes, sir.
So there you go. This my sister hit me. She asked me which one is the most unbelievable feat, Kobe winning the Oscar or 666 winning the Oscar. And I told her, I told her hands down, 666 is gonna always be all time the biggest accomplishment, something like that. Cause you'll never see nothing like that again.
Bro, they carried them Oscars around every day for a damn year. Every day. Had a TV show behind it. But let me run through these L's real quick. Big L on my shout out to this. This is a huge L for Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown people is a young boy from Oklahoma. Orlando Brown Jr., I'm sorry. About 6'7", 6'8", 340 pounds. First day draft pick. I've been seeing him go to the Ravens. High end mock drafts. He did not have a good combine showing this entire weekend.
What he bench, dog? What he bench?
Okay, let me run through the worst things. Of course, he went 5.8, 5'8" in the 40. I mean, he's a big dude. I ain't tripping on that. But that was dead last with linemen. Now, people I just said 6'7", 340 pounds. This boy bench pressed 225 pounds 14 times.
That's it?
14 times. Saquon Barkley is still bench pressing at 225 right now. Right now, people.
Oh, man. That's 14 is a little low. That's a little low.
Yeah, so they about to get back in your film, homeboy, because they got to find a way to balance this out. Because what they saw in the underwear Olympics ain't matching up with what they thought they had from that Oklahoma film. But we go.
He ain't no stronger than the dudes at LA Fitness.
Hell no. 14 reps, dog. Hell, you could probably do 14 right now, can't you?
14, I can maybe give about 10.
I mean, hell, but you're not first of all, he got at least 15 years on you.
Well, yeah. that too, yeah.
So that's
14. Yeah, 14 ain't a lot. Especially at his size. Right.
Young boy, a Thundercat. He's supposed to be throwing that.
Yeah.
All right, let me give an L to our boys. Carolina senior Joel Berry. Luke May, I saw that he was named as a finalist for the Wooden Award.
How?
And you go out there and lay an egg like this the last game of the year against Duke, I don't think neither one of them dudes showed up for that game.
The only thing I kept thinking about during that game, of course, Joel Berry's going to have his challenges trying to go to the next level just because of his size, I believe. But in the style, his size is going to probably give him a problem. I think he listed at 6 feet, but he ain't 6 feet.
He's not going second round. Let's just say that. Maybe.
G League star.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but the whole time I was watching the game, and when Luke May was stinking up the joint, I just kept saying, not just because of that game, but just his all-around skill set in general, I was just thinking, I hope that boy getting his degree.
I hope so.
I hope he getting his degree.
But you know what? That's the type of bigs we've been getting lately. We get these career students, which is dope. But we ain't getting nobody going to the next level who's going to put up some points. We ain't got time for it today, but
I was saying if we do get one that's got some potential, he bolt early.
Yeah. I mean, but, we'll talk about that one day. We got some time. But, Carolina's not putting out the superstars like we used to.
Nah.
Duke kind of took that place from us. We used to put out superstars, all-stars. They ain't happening that way no more. All right, last L I got is for the boxer Jamal. What's his name?
Jamal Charlo.
Okay, Jamal Charlo. This young man was in Jay-Z's club in New York partying over the weekend.
40-40
club. And for some reason, he was walking around with a bag with $40,000 in cash and $115 with jewelry. And apparently, melee jumped off. He handed some female companions in his group the bags to hold. And when the fight was over, he turned around and was looking for these young ladies. They were gone.
Yeah.
Tough break.
I mean, yeah, tough shit. First of all, dummy. Okay. Because apparently, if he reported this as a robbery, apparently he didn't know these chicks. So why would you, like you said, why would you hand something like that to some chicks? First of all, why are you in the club? I ain't gonna sweat the 40 grand. I mean, it's okay. You can bring 40 grand in the club. You probably spend it an hour if you really try.
If you really try.
115 grand in jewelry in a bag. Why is it in the bag? You either gonna wear it or you not.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You just got it in the club in the bag. That shit don't make any sense either. So, hey man, hope you had insurance. Probably not.
Yeah, tough shit, youngin.
Yeah, move better.
Yeah, just move better.
But I wonder what these chicks gonna do with it though. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of it on the street.
Man, somebody will take it off their hands.
Man, you think some back page Instagram thoughts know where to get off 115 grand in jewelry? They made me know how to get off a herringbone that they stole from the mall. If
they're smart, they'll go find a shady ass jeweler and sell that shit to him. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all profit.
Yeah, in New York City, they shouldn't have a problem. Is Jacob store still open, or the Fed still on him?
I think he been home for a minute now. So I mean, think about it this way: dude, tell them I got 20 racks cash. They gonna take it because it's a come up. What you got?
All right, so for my dubs, real quick. Well, actually, Deontay was my only dub. I already did that. So the L's, here we go. My first L goes to Alden Smith. If you're saying, well, you just had Alden Smith, I think, last week as an L. Well, yeah, I did. The same chick that he got engaged to at the Norm for 4 months last week. Over the weekend, another domestic violence incident involving Alden Smith. This time, apparently, he bit the chick on the wrist, hopped out of a window, hopped into a black Rover, and got the hell on before the police came. And then this fool posted an Instagram picture of just the concrete ground. I guess you're trying to say, see, I got away, or I didn't really understand the post myself. But Alden Smith and apparently today the girl said her parents have checked Alden into a rehab center because, mind you, he was on the run from when I say on the run, I don't know how sick really on the run he was, but the cops couldn't find him. We'll put it that way, to talk to him.
Can we have a moment of silence for his career?
Oh, he got cut today. His career, I thought he was already cut. I didn't even know Raiders still had him on their roster.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Sorry to have you, homeboy.
Happy trails to Alden Smith. A lot of talent just completely gone down the drain, dude. One day you're going to wake up and realize how you blew it. Sad, man.
A welcome call for Reuben Foster. A wake-up call, I'm sorry. If you don't get it, they'll take it away from you, boy. And the bad part is they're not even taking it away. You're giving it to them.
So you giving it away.
So
Alden Smith had more than enough chances. Reuben Foster burning up all his chances in his first year.
Early.
No.
Do better, young men. Do better.
My last L, actually, I picked this one right before we went on the air. Goes out to the Cincinnati women's basketball team. They are playing UConn tonight. At the half, the score was 43-5. 43-5. Cincinnati scored 5 points in the first quarter, 0 in the second quarter. Oh, yes, a whole quarter without no damn points. Last I checked in the third, they didn't score double digits. Yeah, UConn girls is putting it on them. At some point, are we gonna hear about UConn girls? We've been hearing about this stuff in men's basketball. At what point are we gonna hear about Gino up there paying these girls to come to UConn because they get all the talent every year?
But you know what? Don't it seem like it's a little bit more competitive, like somewhat compared to what it was at least? Like, didn't South Carolina win last year?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because UConn got upset. I mean, I would say it's more competitive from probably 2 through 10.
That's it.
Those teams.
The whole thing.
It's still UConn and everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's better than it used to be, which was UConn and Tennessee.
UConn and Tennessee. Man, speaking of South Carolina, did you see the highlights from that center they got? Man, she's an animal.
Oh, I
Man,
think I did see that. Yeah, she
he
was
was
scoring at will.
in the post.
Yeah.
But
Right.
let's get to
So
it.
there you have it. Dubs and the L's for the week.
Try not to make our list for these L's, people, but it happens, and you can redeem yourself. We're equal
I think
opportunity.
we missed we got it in another section. We missed that one W.
Which one?
I don't even think that was a W though. I just want to give a shout out to Shaquem Griffin from UCF.
How we forget that?
The amputee from UCF went to the combine, showed out in a good way. We talking about the boy bench pressing 14 reps with his big ass, only getting 14 reps.
With two hands.
With two hands, two good hands. And here this boy got 20 reps with a prosthetic. And then came out and ran a 4.3 in the 40.
225 pounds, 14 reps with 20 reps of 225 with a prosthetic hand and ran a 4.3.
Yeah.
He made himself some money this weekend. And he just got invited late.
I say it took a good Senior Bowl from him, and then he got invited. So,
right.
From what I've been hearing so far, they think he can probably move up to about a third or fourth round pick.
Yeah, that's solid.
Which is good. That'll at least give him a solid opportunity to get on the team and try to contribute. Right team gonna have to find a good spot to fit to put him in, but he should be able to play and do some things.
And he catches the ball. He did all the drills. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
All right.
These Kirk Cousins released his Final Four, and
this is a whack ass Final Four.
Right. His Final Four is the Vikings, the Broncos, the Jets, and Arizona. Now, I'm assuming we both think the Vikings should be the logical choice. So my question is number 2.
Yeah, Vikings are logical number 1.
It's like this, the way I was thinking about it. You either deal with Brady, the Cardinals, you got to deal with your division, which is going to be a bloodbath going forward.
That's the absolute worst. That's the worst choice of them all right there, the Cardinals.
You think so?
I think so, just for the fact of just you got a new coach coming in. Who's the coach?
Old boy from Carolina, the DC.
He's a defensive dude, right? Who did he hire to be his offensive coordinator?
I have no idea.
Honestly, I don't even know who that is. I don't know what kind of fit or system they go in there. But just the lack of also weapons. You got your best receiving option is an older Larry Fitzgerald, who we just had to wait 3-4 weeks to decide whether he was even going to play this year or not. So for that reason alone, that's why I'm saying that's probably the worst out of the 3. Now, that situation got the best back probably in David Johnson.
Yeah.
But outside of that, what's there? They talking about getting rid of Honey Badger. They talking about maybe cutting some other players. So that's why I say the Cardinals probably the worst choice. Dare I say that the Jets is the best option behind the Vikings?
Damn, bro. I just thought about it. If that's the worst choice, and which everything you said was 100, how the hell they go 8-8 last year with no Carson Palmer and no David Johnson, basically?
Yeah.
How the hell? But like you said, they getting rid of Honey Badger and a few other cats. So
I think they won. I think they won a lot of some games early. Had to.
but I'm starting to think the best team for Kurt is going to be the one that got the biggest check. It's just starting to feel that way.
It's starting to feel that way.
It's really starting to feel.
I think per the numbers, is it the Jets that can get a biggest check out of these 4? We know it was Cleveland,
but the Vikings. I saw a number around $87 million guaranteed.
Right. Then once you get that much money, I know it's a difference. $5 million is a lot of money, but is that difference worth not having a better chance to win and go to a Super Bowl? For me, I think I want to say it would be. Yes. I ain't in the position, but damn, 80 million, 90 million. Okay. Right. It's a lot of fucking money either way.
And one thing people aren't talking about too is Kurt's from Detroit. I'm sorry, he's from Michigan. Michigan ain't that far from Minnesota. And plus it's indoors. Man, if you don't go to the Vikings, you're going to show me something.
As I say, the weapons, if you look at the weapons, Bebe and Emmanuel Sanders are good, but what's the running game? Is that defense going to snap back to what it's supposed to be? I just think the Vikings is just the obvious choice, man.
It's the obvious choice. Last question on this before we move. Healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Bebe and Sanders, or Thielen and Diggs.
Oh, healthy now. Healthy Bebe and Sanders.
I was thinking the same thing when they're healthy, but
That's
it
the
ain't
thing.
really happened when they ain't really been
Right.
healthy. At the
I
same
think
time.
Bebe probably be out there a little more. I know he get nicked up,
Yeah.
but Sanders seemed the one that be missing the games.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
like them. But I wouldn't mess with that compared to what they got up there in Minnesota. You better go to Minnesota, Kirk. All right, Jarvis Landry has been given permission to seek a trade. The teams that I'm hearing the most are the Ravens and the Bears.
Okay.
Why would you want to go play outside Chicago? I mean, I guess it's the same thing as playing outside in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, I see we on here as having interest. I think our name is going to be tied to anyone just because of the fact we got the money and we got Jimmy and we the hot thing on right now. I just think we're going to be tied to a lot of people.
Are him and Garcon about the same thing?
Yeah, that's what I say. For me, I don't think it would be a good fit for us. I think we can find a way to make it work if they went that way, but I just don't like it for the simple fact you already paying Garcon about, I don't know, I can't remember but it's double figures. You gave 11, 12 at least. You gave him a nice size contract, and then to bring Jarvis in there, I want a little bit bigger receiver on that other side. You know what I'm saying? You can work Jarvis in the slot, but I don't want to pay $16 million for a slot receiver.
No, sir.
Okay. So I really think he is a Raven. I think his best fit is Ravens. I can just see him being a Raven. You know what I'm saying? He just, the personality, the mentality, all that. I just think he would be a Raven. I think he would be a good Raven.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'd rather go there than go mess with Mitch Trubisky in Chicago if that was me. But, that's
yeah, but shit, now you say I've mentioned the quarterback, Joe Flacco. I mean, damn. What has he done 2 years? You know what? Joe wasn't – it's hard to grade Joe these last couple of years because he ain't really had the receiving options.
Nah, he hasn't. But I was looking at something today because I got something about Cleveland. I don't know if we're going to have time for that, but Cleveland didn't win one game this year, right? But They finished 24th in total offense. It's 32 teams in the league, right?
Right.
And they finished 24th. Cleveland with next to nothing. You know the Ravens was one of those teams below them. That kind of says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That kind of says a lot.
And they're a team that can use them because you look at their top receiving options over at least last year, Jeremy Maclin and Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
You've got to upgrade that situation.
Them dudes would have been the shit 5 years ago.
There you go.
5 years ago.
Let's see. Next up, speaking of players possibly moving and changing scenery, apparently the Seattle Seahawks have Michael Bennett on the trade block, and the Falcons' names have been coming up, along with a couple others. Now, are these rumors true about just a sixth? Because if it's just a sixth,
that's a salary dump.
Yeah. Not only that, what's the stop with somebody else swooping in and offering a fifth or a fourth? If it's just going to take a sixth for somebody that had 8.5, 9 sacks last year.
Yeah, but what does he legitimately have left? I didn't put the numbers on here, but his salary numbers over the next 2-3 years are.
Yeah, the salary probably is. I mean, last year his production was decent. I mean, he had about 8 or 9 sacks, if I'm not mistaken.
8.5.
Okay, it's just the fact that as he gets, because he's about to be 33, I believe.
Yeah, about to be 33.
Yeah, see that number is going to go down. You know what I'm saying? As the years go on, and I just can't see justifying paying him that money.
And he ain't gonna restructure. Don't even ask him. That's not gonna happen. But does he
like one of them situations? If he were to come, I can see the nosedive.
I was just about to say this is the typical Falcon signing. O.C. Umenyiora. What's the boy? John Abraham.
Abraham gave him a few good years.
Yeah. What was the other cat? Dwight Freeney. We always get an old DM.
Ray Edwards, the underwear model.
Right. This is the typical Falcons signing. Now, I guess
Hartwell.
I mean, I guess the thing that makes this stick out is Dan Quinn coached him in Seattle. So, I mean, if I'm Atlanta, if it's a sixth, I think I'd have to talk about restructuring. I gotta get that number down. Get that yearly down. Raise them bonuses.
What kind of money Tampa got?
They can afford it.
You think he can go full circle, go back to where it started from? Play with McCoy on that line?
Why was I thinking about New England?
I don't know if he might be a little too militant for New England.
Bruh, they dealt with Marty B.
Well, that's true.
If they can get him to calm down, and they need pass rush.
But didn't that situation not go so well with Marty B going out the door?
Yeah, they brought him back. That was Green Bay. He messed up there.
Okay, Green Bay. Okay.
They brought him back. He just was hurt. So we'll see. Anything can happen with that.
But if the Falcons do it, I like it.
I mean, for a year or two. Because, I mean, Vic Beasley and Tack, they're the future. So, right. You move him inside on that line with Jarrett. Don Poe seems to be on his way out the door. So, I mean, why not?
Yeah, Poe's gone.
4-6. Le'Veon Bell did catch the tag. I believe I hit you yesterday like, dog, what if they don't do it? I mean, deadline's like Tuesday. So I'm like, what if they don't?
But, yeah, they weren't letting that pass.
Yeah. So he's going to make $14.5 million this year. And, of course, Le'Veon is still not happy. He came out and said, which I understand because he's the first running back from what I've been told in history to be tagged twice. He says he wants what he's worth. He does too much for this team. He's too important to not get what he's worth. We've been talking about this for a year, fam. And I kind of understand what he's saying. I mean, people, in 5 years with this team, he's had 1,441 touches for almost 8,000 yards, 42 touchdowns. That's a lot of touches in 5 years.
Yeah, it is. Like you say, I get where he's coming from, but if I'm a general manager or owner, I get where the team coming from too. I can't pay a running back wide receiver money.
No.
Especially when, after probably 7 years or so, running back started to decline.
Right.
This is just.
That's a bad. You know what this situation almost equates to in a way? It's kind of like Isaiah Thomas. It's like, he's bald, he should get the money, but you can't give him that money. You can't. If the highest paid running back's at 8.5, you gonna pay him 15?
Yeah.
He's off of knee injuries, and he's already had almost 1,600 touches.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that because one, you had the rest of the owners mad as fuck at you for
Right.
calibrating the market like that.
Right.
Especially when you got David Johnson and Zeke and Gurley and some of these dudes that's going to be coming up here for money in a couple of years. You have a lot of owners pretty mad at you if you damn near double the salary. So you can't do that.
Yes, sir. All right, let's run through this. We kind of talked about the combine. Anything stick out to you? I mean, I believe in film.
Only thing stuck out to me is whatever was on Twitter because I actually did not watch a single minute of the combine this year.
I watched more than I normally do this year.
Oh, you know what? I will. This did stick out to me now that I think about it. I probably should have gave him a W for it. Lamar Jackson. Shout out. Good job sticking to your guns, young man.
Yes,
did no agility drills, no speed drills, none of that after, requests came in. Somebody wants you to try out that wide receiver. Nah, player, I ain't doing it. You ain't asked nobody else to do that.
Yes, sir. And at the end of the day, people, sometimes when you don't do something, it kind of works out better for you because he's going to fall to the right situation instead of going to the wrong situation.
Right. I don't think he was one of the quarterbacks out of this year's draft that needed to go in and try to be thrown right into the fire anyway, starting anyway. He needed to be groomed, because he is raw.
Yeah.
So I think, sitting for a year or so on the bench, holding the clipboard, learning the game, I think would do him wonders. So,
I mean,
it's going to work out for you, Lamar. Keep your head up.
I'm going to give you two names, people, Aaron Rodgers, Steve McNair. It worked out well for them sitting on the bench for a little bit. So, nothing wrong with it at all. All right, in another story of some lunacy, the Philadelphia Eagles have been telling teams that it would take more than a first and a fourth to get Nick Foles. More.
Yeah. We said when the Super Bowl was here, get it while it's hot.
We were talking like a second.
Yeah, like that week.
Yeah. These fools more than a first and a fourth. 49 games, people. 49 games. 60% completion percentage, almost 10,000 yards. Well, yeah, almost 10,000 yards. 61 touchdowns, 56 turnovers, people. That just don't fly well with me. If you almost got the same number of interceptions, fumbles, and touchdowns, something's wrong with that. Watch for the hook, people. Watch for the hook.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take into consideration, this could have been like a perfect storm situation this season. At the end of the day, to me, I would still have to look at the entire body of work before giving up big assets to get a guy that you really don't know if that was just kind of some magic in the bottle shit last year.
And plus, at the end of the day, I mean, last I checked, Carson Wentz knee still fucked up, so they kind of need to hold on to him.
Right, and and that could be one of the reasons why they're trying to drive or match that this asking price is so high, trying to make sure that nobody really kind of jumps to take him because they need that added security.
Yeah.
And then somebody just comes out and wants to blow them out of the water with a deal, based on that, then go ahead and jump on it. But that would really be my plan.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. All right, we're gonna hold this this thought piece I had about the Browns. We got time for that another day. The Houston Texans, a report came out that they are shying away from free agents who protested during the national anthem or who that whole thing. I'm not surprised because Bob McNair was one of the owners who, what did he say? The inmates can't run the jail. Now, we knew what he was trying to say.
Right.
That came out the wrong way. And Dwayne Brown's been rather outspoken about the whole situation from the time he left. It just doesn't seem like a good look for a team that's young and on the cusp, as they seem to be in that division.
Right.
This is going to hurt them when they got positions to fill, if this is legit. Now, of course, ain't nothing in writing.
Right. And the part that jumps out to me about the statement, it says, I'm just going to pop in the middle. The pool of potential signees and draftees will not include anyone who has either participated in protests or are likely to participate. What the fuck does that mean? Explain to me how you're going to identify somebody that is likely to be a participant.
I don't understand. I mean,
code words.
Right, yeah, code words 100%. But I mean, damn, is this still even a discussion at this point?
It's really not, because the message was missed.
Right.
Like the boat has sailed. So
yeah. They just still pissed off because Cap want their phone records and he about to get to the bottom of this shit.
That shit.
So they just pissed off. That's all. All right, last NFL topic. The salary cap has jumped to 177.2 from 167. All that means is some suckers gonna get overpaid even more off of that word potential.
And that also means to cap up $10 million. It also means that, guess what, people? NFL is still making a lot of fucking money.
A lot of money. So yeah, y'all sat at home, some of y'all, and y'all turned your TVs off. They still cash them checks.
It's a damn shame. Ratings down, but the revenue is up.
You do the math. All right. I know it's LeBron and everything, and we've been on here for about 5-6 weeks now, saying they gonna figure it out. Now they whooping ass tonight, from what I can tell. But how's your confidence right now? You still in the same place?
I mean, yeah, pretty much the same, because I think it's more the fact that I just don't trust a lot of the other teams in the East.
Very true.
More than I don't have any confidence in the Cavs. Now, we know that those first couple of games after they got the new guys were not going to be what they were going to be. We knew it was going to be some, figuring it out. And at times on defense, they still got a lot of the same problems. But to me, it's the same problem because they have in defensive issues, but it's a little different because it's not because of lack of effort. It seems to be more of a lack of knowing where the fuck to be. Rotations and stuff.
I think it's that too, but sometimes I think it's the simplest answer too. Dog, if they make maybe half of these 30 fucking threes they take a night, they win these games.
That's true. That's true as well. You got a guy like one of your new pieces, Rodney Hood and Jordan Clarkson, for that matter. I think both of their games are more suited for mid range,
Right.
than outside. Yeah, they can hit the long ball. They can hit that shot. You know what I'm saying, at a decent clip. But I think their games are more mid range. Like
Right.
you said, then like you said, we got another wrench gonna be thrown in here when Kevin Love come back. So
Right.
this team is gonna be up and down probably into the end of the postseason, and then in the postseason we gonna see.
We are gonna see.
We'll see.
All right. This story came out the other day. It was talking about Kawhi Leonard and Jordan Brand. They're stalling their talks in regards to his new shoe deal. Now, I normally wouldn't put this on here, but what was interesting to me about it was it said that the talks broke off abruptly because representatives from Leonard said they didn't feel like the new deal reflected the forward's accomplishments and standings with the league. Okay. The deal was what? 4 years, $20 million. That's $5 million a year. Now, from what I've been told, from what I can read here, Kawhi's uncle is in charge of his business right now.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and from what Stephen A. reported, and I heard a couple other people say this as well, his uncle has been a problem. Now, Kawhi always seemed to go along to get along. Whatever the Spurs said, all of a sudden now he don't trust the doctors. All of a sudden now, Jordan got bread for him. He don't trust that because he wants to be. This doesn't reflect where he is. Now, I bet if I played a clip of Kawhi Leonard's voice right now, you wouldn't know who it was.
I was gonna say, first of all, who's buying a pair of Kawhi Leonard sneakers?
I was okay. Now, these are the current players with signature shoe deals making real money. LeBron James, KD, Harden, Steph, even Derrick Rose, Dame, D Wade, Kyrie, Paul George, and Westbrook. Kawhi and these cats, Kawhi wouldn't sell a shoe if I was over these cats.
And only probably about four of them
deserve a shoe.
LeBron, KD, Kyrie, and I know those three. I don't know if anybody buying Steph shit right now. Nobody really buying Dame shit. Nobody buying Westbrook shit. Paul George, he got a nice little shoe. The kids like him. I got my son a pair. But most of them shoes are whack.
Right. I wish Nike would go back to what they used to do years ago where they would just have people under a certain shoe, just different colorways, because everybody don't deserve a shoe. But the main point with that is you got to be careful, people. I think we talked about this one day before. Everybody don't need to be running your business. Everybody may be blood, but everybody don't need to be running your business because it seems like this has been a year of turmoil for Kawhi Leonard.
And it's a little sketchy that I don't know if this uncle been around the whole time or not, but it's a little fishy that he's coming around now right before that free agent, that big free agent deal coming next year.
But I tell you what, all that shit they talking, they got $219 million for him. Let me see you turn down the Supermax. Let me see that.
And the chance to still get coached by the best coach in the league.
Yeah, let me see how that plays.
You can't forget that.
We might have a more discussion on this whole Adam Silver with the NBA and high school thing. You said it last week. You said Adam Silver's a pretty smart guy, and I could see him finding a way to take the NCAA down. Well, it sounds like that plan's in motion right now.
Hey, let's do it. Let's get it. It's way too long overdue.
We ain't got time to go through this all the way in completion, but the only thing that concerns me is the salary. Well, you know what? I can't even say that concerns me. $26,000 for a year to play ball ain't bad compared to nothing and hiding in the NCAA.
So 26, that's what they currently get in the G League, right?
That's what they're currently getting, but they're going to raise that up.
I thought I saw somewhere in the documents not the documents, like I didn't seen the official write-up, but the article or whatever, that they were going to try to make within this plan comes with making the salary more in tune with what they would make overseas.
They're trying to
match about 75 or so.
Yeah, because remember we talked about that last Thursday, that Australian league. Dude said they're going to make $78,000 off top. So they got to come with that at least to keep them from passporting up. So, hey, NCAA better figure it out.
And then they saying they're trying to make it a kind of like a bridge gap program where basically kids can come in right at 18 and get into the system and start prepping themselves to get drafted in a few years. I mean, it sounds like a good structure on paper. Of course, it's early stages, but I like what I hear. We'll see. There's going to be a lot of logistics and all that shit that go with it.
Dog, last I checked, Ricky Rubio been playing pro ball since he was 15 years old. Paul Gasol been playing pro ball since he was 15 years old.
Yeah, they start in these other countries early.
Yeah, so why not?
They also start drinking beer over there early too.
Yeah, true.
That's a good thing though. And maybe some kind of correlation with
trying to take
at a younger age. Yeah, let's go.
Trying to take us off the rails. I will not let you.
That's right. One of us got to be focused.
I ain't drinking liquor tonight. Just water. The projected number one seeds in the NCAA tournament right now: Kansas, Virginia, Villanova, and Xavier. I also pulled what Vegas's odds are for them to win. The best odds right now is 6-1 Virginia.
Is that right? Xavier 20-1, but a number one seed.
Right. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy, ain't it?
That's some good money right there.
Right.
And I tried to watch Xavier over the weekend. I only got to watch about maybe 10 minutes of their game. They were pretty much in control of it, but those are some pretty decent odds right there. 20-1. You're talking about a number one seed. I might have to jump on that. Also, like Michigan State. I like those 9-1 odds. That's some pretty good money.
Isn't it dope to have Michigan back playing solid ball? It's like NCAA needs that.
Mm-hmm. It is. And if I see you got Marvin Bagley won ACC Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year, well deserved.
I got to give myself an L for Saturday night when I text you talking about I like Wendell Carter's game better than his.
You saw my response, right?
You was like, I don't know why.
I was like, maybe I missed it, but I do like Wendell Carter's game. Is the fact it gets hidden because Bagley is what Bagley is, and he don't really get the opportunities. He more there as a garbage man, or he like Marvin Bagley assistant.
He kind of put me in the mind of Elton Brand's game. And I used to like Elton Brand's game, but that's an old man game. I'm old school with it. Yeah. But man, I tell you what, that boy gets off the ground faster than most people jump the first time.
Yeah.
His second jump. I mean, he changed the complexion of that game. He changed it.
Yeah.
100% when they went inside to him. So I don't like Duke, but I think they got a real good chance to win the tournament this year.
Yeah, the only thing that they don't, outside of Gary Trent, the only thing that they don't have that they usually have, well, you got Grayson Allen too, but you don't see the bombs from three like we used to seeing. That's because the inside's so dominant.
Yeah, if they get hot, if they can get some shooting, trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble. We talked about Marvin Bagley. All right, Houston is on a 15-game win streak. They are still a half a game up on Golden State.
How is this even happening?
Right. I tweeted about this Saturday, and I still ain't got no response from the people. I need somebody to explain to me how this team is still supposed to beat Golden State 4 times in 2 weeks. Because the matchup, they don't match up. They don't. Who the hell's going to guard Kevin Durant? You going to put P.J. Tucker on him? He got like 6 inches on him.
Yeah.
That's like a fly swatting at him. You
know? Only way that somebody can say that is that they gonna hit 50% of their 3-pointers.
Okay, if you hit 50, they can hit 50.
I mean, yeah, very true. But that's gonna be the only way. It's just gonna be no defense. You're gonna have to outscore them. That sound crazy saying you're gonna have to outscore Golden State.
Yeah,
that's what you're gonna have to do.
But I like Clay's defense on Harden. He's gonna make him work.
Yeah. Do you like what you think about Houston's bench adding Joe Johnson? I think that's a solid little pickup.
I watched a lot of that game Saturday. I don't even remember Joe touching the ball.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen him play. I know he got picked up about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, he's on the team, but I mean, it's just hard.
And then come playoff time. See, it's gonna have to wait till they get here because the way these teams are playing now it's gonna change come playoff time. The game is gonna slow down.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, dog, I couldn't find Joe because everybody in red shoots threes. Just everybody. So,
Everybody except for Capella.
yeah, that's the only cat. He just dunks, and everybody shoots threes. But we gonna see. I still need to see it in the playoffs, people. I still need to see it in the playoffs. I do not trust James Harden. I don't. The boy quit
I was
last.
watching and I don't even most of his commentary I don't like, but Doug Gottlieb.
Yeah.
I heard him this afternoon saying he brought up a pretty good point about the Rockets. Say how they playing well right now, what have you. But come playoff time, James Harden is going to go to James Harden, what he know, and that's being an ISO ball hog. Chris Paul the same. Joe Johnson, an ISO dude. So is that ball going to continue to move come playoff time, or are people going to revert back, to what they've always done and try to be the guy?
Let me ask you this before we get off here. Last little bit.
You had cut out. Repeat that. Whatever you just said. Repeat it.
All right. Last question. What was the worst quit job? When Kobe quit that one game against Phoenix, or Harden quitting in that game last year against the Spurs?
LeBron against Dallas, 2011 Finals.
Yeah. Okay, what was second then?
I mean, what was the most on the line? I say that. But between those two, you said Kobe against Dallas.
Remember Phoenix that year? He didn't shoot the ball the whole game.
Yeah, was that the year too that Andrew Bynum was just knocking motherfuckers out of the air?
I think that was toward the end when he was ready to go.
I think that was against Dallas because I think he knocked J.J. Barrera clean out.
He dropped J.J. little ass.
Yeah, but last year James Harden, that was bad, especially coming off what was supposed to be a MVP year. I know he was a runner-up, but after the year he had to fold like that, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Kawhi at home, they should have won that game, man. But we'll see.
Right. People like LeBron, Kobe, they've been there a lot, so we've seen them do it. James Harden, he hasn't really proved anything in the playoffs yet.
Mm-mm. So I need to see it. All right. Did we make time? Yeah, we made time. Yes, sir. See what happens when we don't drink and ramble?
Oh, man. Yeah, I still got about another month to go.
Oh, that's right. You off the liquor. That's right. I've been noticing. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, I'm good now. That first week was boy. And not that I'm an alcoholic, people, but
sometimes you deserve a drink.
Yeah.
Nothing
we ain't call AA sports for nothing.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I remember that 2-hour show we had the other week. We were just talking.
They probably cut that shit off after like 30 minutes. I would have. Hey, tell the people where to reach you at on social media.
At RK6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can find your boy Diego Barishnikov at Diego Barish on Twitter as well. Don't forget, again, to keep tuning in, watching us on the YouTube channel. Remember to hit those thumbs up, leave us some comments. And again, same thing on the Spreaker platform. Continue to listen to us when you're on the go, in the gym, in the car, telecommuting, what have you. Listen to us there. Tap those hearts and share that content with your friends and people as well. So for AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser, baby. For Uncle Hate, for Diego Barishnikov, we out. We'll holler at y'all in 3 days. Peace.